what's up, I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time I don't know what's going on with my laptop, so if I just suddenly freeze, you'll know why, but usually OBS is still recording, so hopefully everything goes well. But we've got a new rumored listing of an upcoming Transformers product, and you're probably thinking, oh, this probably came from Target, or Walmart, or even TFW 2005, or it probably came from Hasbro themselves. No, it's coming from Promo Bricks, which usually talks about rumors, and I have to say rumors, just to clarify, this is kind of up in the air. It might be fake, might not be, or maybe they got some misinformation, but considering a lot of the information they're getting and how reliable Promo Bricks is normally with the rumors, I think this is probably a real legitimate thing. But apparently we're going to get a Lego Transformer, and it's none other than Optimus Prime. So yeah, people who have been wanting a Lego Transformer, well, here it is, and it's not coming from Creo or Build to Rule. Now, before I talk more about what's going on with this Optimus Prime product, I want to talk about the history of brick-based Transformers and why it's kind of weird that they're doing this. So, for the longest time, whenever Hasbro wanted to do brick-based products, they usually do it under their own brand. So, normally we had the Build to Rule, and that was the first line of the brick-based Transformers. They also had, I believe, some G.I. Joe and Tonka figures. But I actually have the very first Optimus Prime that they did, and it was a gift in Christmas a long time ago. But yeah, I'm surprised I still have most of the parts on that. But yeah, that was their first attempt, and for the majority of that figure, you would have to take it apart and reassemble it to get to the alt mode. There was a few tricks where you do transform it, but it wasn't really much, and it just turns into a block base for the entire setup. But then we had Creo later down the road, and it was almost the successor to Build to Rule. It was a little more fun, but unfortunately you pretty much had to disassemble the entire Transformer for the taller figures in order to get to the alt mode. So you would have to rebuild it. You pretty much spend an hour trying to do that, and it was just a hassle because you didn't really want to do that. You just wanted to transform a brick-based figure. But we did have the little Creons, which were pretty cool. These were minifigure-based figures, and yeah, I like them, but later down the road, they figured out, oh wait, people wanted brick-based Transformers that actually transformed. So we had the Bow Changers that combined the Creons with the larger figure idea of actually making them transform without taking anything apart aside from some of the weapons. Unfortunately, they realized that a little too late, and it didn't really pick up because Creo was kind of going into decline. So, what's funny about this is they're relying on a different large company to release a Transformer figure. It's not like they haven't collaborated or relied on other companies to release figures, but for Lego, that's kind of a big name, and they always try to work around that, but now they're just going straight to them. So there is more information regarding this Optimus Prime. Apparently it's going to be 169 euros, and it's going to have, I believe, over 1,500 parts, which is quite a lot. I don't think it will have knee articulation. I know that might sound like a weird thing, but if you look at some of the other Lego mechs and big robot sets that they do, usually they leave out the knee articulation, and some of the foot articulation is kind of, just to stabilize the figure. It doesn't really give you much, is what I was trying to say. But I could imagine that the hips will move, and they'll probably have to because apparently this figure will be able to transform. So that's why I was talking about that earlier. This is going to be a transformable figure. Now, it's probably going to have a few things that we'll have to detach and reattach. I could imagine the fist, maybe as a reference to Generation 1, or maybe to kind of cheat that. And it's no surprise if they do, because I believe that the Lego Voltron had the same situation. When you think about this whole thing, think about the Lego Voltron and how that's done, and it's probably going to be similar to that. But this is pretty cool news, I gotta say. Apparently it's going to come with a jetpack, which makes me think it might be the Generation 1 Optimus Prime, because there is a reference to that. And it's going to include one of the weapons, which I imagine is going to be the Ion Blaster. It's unfortunate if it doesn't come with the Matrix, but that'd be kind of cool if it did. And I don't think it's going to come with a trailer. It'd be nice if it would, but I think that's probably going to be asking for a little too much. Now, there is also speculation that this is also going to be the Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime. And to that I say that would be cool if it is, but my thing about that is it might be a little too early for the movie's release. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, it is, but the movie was delayed, and from what we're hearing now, there is going to be some figures and some toys regarding Rise of the Beast that is actually going to come out in the next couple of months. And to that I say, I think LEGO would put it on the shelf and just leave it there if that was the case. Like, they would just leave it to the side and then release it later when Rise of the Beast is a little more relevant. But, I mean, anything could happen. I mean, if the toy line is going to be ready to promote Rise of the Beast, then I guess LEGO is okay with that. But I'm kind of hoping that it's going to be the Generation 1 Optimus Prime, just because that's a little more classic and a little more iconic. And if this is going to be your first try at a LEGO Transformer, I would definitely go for the Generation 1. But if that's the case, that this is the Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime, then that might be our first rumor that Optimus Prime in the movie might get a jetpack. I don't know. But, yeah, with that out of the way, I guess that's pretty much mostly it. I thank you guys for watching. Are you guys excited for LEGO Optimus Prime? Please comment below, let me know. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads. And we'll see you guys next time. Another thing I forgot to mention is that it seems like it's coming out in May. That's what it says, but I'm hearing also August, so there's some conflicting information on that.
AllSpark TV. Now that's just prime.